Welcome to another episode of the KNoWKi podcast. It's your man Spaces.
Hey, this your boy Maul, aka man, y'all know what it is, Big Trucker.
It's day every day.
Hey man, we got a special guest in the building today.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just kidding.
And now, your starting lineup.
Introducing DHPX.
Okay.
What is the podcast, bro?
What that stands for?
Yeah.
Davi Huey PX.
Okay. Who was Huey P? For the people that don't know.
Huey P. Newton.
Okay. Who was that?
Yeah, who was that?
He was the leader of the Black Panther Party.
All right.
Oh, he was?
Okay. And what the X stand for?
The X stands for Malcolm X.
Okay. So you some type of radical or something?
Lord have mercy.
Some, I calmed down from a lot of it, but I used to be.
Okay.
Oh, for real?
I mean, people. Damn, all three of people watching, which is probably us. They're wondering. They might catch this on the playback, but people might wonder what does those acronyms mean. So.
Yeah, I was curious myself.
Yeah. The D stands for Davi, H stands for Huey, P stands for the Huey P, X Malcolm X. Actually, I got the name from my brother giving me the name after I was reading the Malcolm X book, and I was a little more like calling the non-melanin people devils and shit,
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh man, it was. Oh, trust me,
It was bad.
It was bad.
It was
Oh
bad.
man, it was bad.
What's
People at
the-
work didn't like me. It was cool because I loved giving people that had non-melanin in them so much fear.
Yeah.
I love seeing the fear
You
in
got-
their eyes and like, what is he gonna do next? I'm the type of motherfucker that say shit. The shit you see on Facebook, like statuses, I'm the type of motherfucker that actually say that shit in person.
You are still or used to be?
I'm kind of slowed down because getting older and you kind of like having money in your pocket. So you can't just
kind of like having money in your pocket. Huh?
I like having money in my pocket. So you can't just up in every 6 months try to get a new job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta stay grounded at some point. Everybody gotta wear a mask at one point in time.
So that's how what you saying. Anyway, I don't want to go down.
No, go ahead.
No, because I'm like, so you saying wear a mask, so you saying like, if that's how you really feel?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying in general, that's how you really feel?
Yeah.
In order to keep your job, you like, fuck it, I'm throwing this mask.
Yeah, that's how I really feel because you never know. It may not even be the people that's I might be talking about. It might be somebody that look like me, or color skin that might run back to the people that I'll be talking about. I ain't got time for that.
Okay.
I ain't got time for that. But outside of work, yeah, you can definitely catch me.
No.
You can
Okay.
catch me saying some shit that motherfuckers, you know that line where Eminem say son said like be another rapper dead for saying some shit out of his mouth he shouldn't have said. Yeah, I'd be like
No.
saying shit like that. Oh, you don't listen to him? That's okay.
No, I don't listen to Eminem. No,
That's
Why
fine.
not?
just not.
You pro
Just
black?
don't choose.
You pro black? No, you can't be. You pro black or no?
Why? What do you mean when you ask me that?
I'm saying you don't listen to Eminem because you're pro black.
No, it has nothing to do with skin color. I just don't gravitate towards the music at all. Like,
Understood. That's understood because not a lot of black people be thinking about killing their mom and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't be just sitting around here saying, they want to throw their mom or their baby mom in the back of, and just drive off and, suicide with themselves.
So you wouldn't say the Eminem's top 3?
No, Eminem's not top 3 rappers of all time. I'll never see that.
Shit, you better not let you say that shit, bro.
Who?
Work at a job.
Somebody at the job.
You already know.
Who? I don't know.
You probably in the chat somewhere. You know who we talking
I
about,
don't
right?
know. Hey man, I'm gonna look in the camera right now. Eminem not top 3, my boy. Top 5? No, boy, he top 15, maybe.
I mean, I have heard some Eminem bars,
Yeah,
like
but
hard bars.
It's
I
not
just
like
You're not a rap guy?
nah, bro. Rap god, nah. Because you rap fast don't make you a rap god. Yeah. Because you can say outlandish things in a pattern don't mean you're a rap god either. You know what I'm saying?
True. Hey, so let me ask you out. By the way, this is my brother. By the way.
Yeah.
So
he the one who gave me the name DHPX.
Yes, indeed. Because he's a little radical. So more radical than myself. This is like the extreme version of myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this, man. Why don't you just give the audience a little background about yourself, just in general, real quick.
From the south side of Chicago, from the Hundreds. I like like to say I'm probably the most experienced person in knowledge when it comes down to Chicago. I'm so Chicago.
He's so Chicago.
So Chicago. So 773-312-847. All that shit above.
Okay, all right.
Oh, I was like, are you giving your phone number?
Area codes.
Yeah, area codes. Yeah, I was
Where
like,
you
what?
from?
I'm a suburb baby. But I know the area codes.
So,
but I just thought you said
Let me ask you this: when
773.
you go out of town, do you tell people you from Chicago, or do you tell them where you from?
I just say Chicago.
See, you're not from Chicago. If we was
I
together,
just said I'm a suburb, baby.
I understand that, but if we was together, like out of town, and I heard you tell somebody you was from Chicago,
I'm from Chicago.
I don't have to correct you.
No, you right. I'm
Yes,
from Chicago.
Oh, you think
No.
I wouldn't?
Yeah, I'm
I've
from
done it to my
Chicago.
cousins plenty of times.
From Chicago. That's
No,
the
so
same
not.
thing.
No,
But why?
No, I'm from
You're
Chicago.
from Chicago. How
I'm
is
from
that?
Chicago. If you're from
Bro.
South Holland, you're from South Holland. If
Bro,
you're
that's-
from Bloomington, you're from Bloomington.
It's still Chicago, Illinois. It's still
No.
Chicago.
Well, you know what?
So-
I've been out of town one time, man. And
No.
not one time, but I was down in Orlando. This was years ago, and
No.
I heard this white guy. He was like, "Yeah." He was talking to somebody. He's like, "Yeah, we're from Chicago. We're from Peoria."
That's not
Nigga,
Chicago.
you from Peoria? That's what I thought.
But,
Nigga, you from
but most of the time when you go out of town, if you say, "Oh, I'm from Peoria," oh, where is that?
Exactly.
30 minutes from Chicago.
No,
Chicago.
Exactly.
Peoria is 2.5, 3 hours away
But
from
I'm just saying.
Chicago.
I understand where.
Just say you from Illinois. That works.
Right. Just
They don't say where from Illinois.
Thank
and they
you.
tell them the town you're from.
Chicagoland
and-
area. What's
no,
wrong with that?
Yeah.
You're not from Chicago.
I kind of go with the I'm from outside of Chicago, because if you break it down, if I say I'm from Illinois and then you want to get specific, then I'll tell you I'm from Bellwood, Illinois, right outside of Chicago.
Because that's just like when people
Right, yeah.
People like, "Oh, well, you was born in Florida." I was like, "Yeah."
No, I'm not from Bellwood.
Bro,
Oh,
I told
you
you
want-
I'm from the Hundreds. Do you know exactly where that's at in the Hundreds?
Nigga, the Wild Hunters, yeah.
Yeah, you know. All right, so then that's a broad thing too. Like you from Chicago?
Yeah,
right?
because we from here. Yeah, of
Right.
course.
Okay. So then, if I tell you I'm from Roseland, you know where that's at?
Roseland?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
No, you don't
I
know
don't
where
know- I don't know
Roseland.
where Roseland
You
is.
said yeah, right?
Yeah,
You're from Chicago?
I am.
What part?
I grew up in Washington Heights.
He's from Chicago.
Okay, you still Chicago.
No, what part of
Okay, whatever you say. But I ain't from that.
See, people from
Like,
Chicago know what I'm talking about. If you're not
but that's the
from
same thing when people say, "Oh, you from Florida?" Yeah, I'm from Florida. What part of Florida you from?
Big
Listen, if I tell you from Homestead, Florida City, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Nigga, it's 30 minutes out of Miami. I'm from Miami. Fuck it.
No,
Exactly, it's just that
that's not-
simple.
Okay, so you can get technical. Everybody can be technical about things, but it's still the same thing. It's the same
Not to
fucking
me.
thing.
I'm just saying, not to me. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, it
That's
can't
the
be you.
point.
I'm from Chicago. I'm from
Right.
Miami,
You
goddamn.
from Miami?
Yeah, I'm from Miami.
Yeah.
You from Chicago? At
And
the
I'm from
same
yeah,
time?
I'm from both.
You from both?
I rap both all day long. You
That's
see that?
understandable, man.
I
That's
say Florida.
understandable.
That's where I'm from. Goddamn, in Illinois.
You, what part in Chicago you from?
From out west,
Out west where?
on Chicago Avenue in Trumbull.
There you go. You from Chicago. That's
But-
what that means.
But I'm still
But
from
if you're
Chicago.
from Maywood, you're not from Chicago.
No, hey, Maywood niggas will tell you they're not from Chicago.
And I swear to God.
I swear to God, you ask a Maywood nigga, I be like, hey, boy, you from out west, ain't you? What? No, nigga, I'm from Maywood. They don't really like that.
What? And
Just
even
like
people-
Harvey
even motherfuckers-
Why does it matter?
Cause
I'm with you.
Like,
Alright,
it
so
doesn't
listen,
matter.
you know why it matters? You know, if you ever met a person from New York,
Yes.
have you ever met a person that's from New York City or they tell you they from New York Buffalo? They the motherfuckers from New York Buffalo ain't gonna tell you I'm from NYC. It's a pride thing. I'm from Chicago.
I'm from New York.
If you
bro.
from Buffalo,
New York and like the Jersey niggas. Like,
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but
Jersey niggas don't like New York
basically-
niggas, and New York
basically.
niggas don't like Jersey. Or it's a barrel thing, right? And Brooklyn niggas they're not rocking with Queens niggas. Right? What happened in Paid in Full?
It's not.
In Paid in Full, what the fuck? Was it Makai Pfeiffer?
paid in full.
In Paid in Full? Is it Makai? No. What's the other nigga?
I thought it was
I didn't watch it.
No, I'm talking about Wood Harris.
No. The Mitch.
Pieces.
Mitch.
Not
who
all the
played
way
Mitch.
through.
Is that Makai Pfeiffer?
Yeah, that's fucking
Right. Anyway, he tells the nigga, he's like, man, because this is Harlem. I'm gonna make you go down there and rob niggas or something in Brooklyn or some shit to that effect. Anyway, it's all about relatability. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because West Side niggas like West Side niggas. South Side niggas like South Side niggas. West Side niggas be scared to go out south,
Man,
and South Side niggas scared to go out west.
Same,
Okay,
it's the
cool.
same.
So how does that apply to people that I'm talking to that don't live in Illinois? If I'm in
No,
Texas,
listen, this is what I'm saying. Well, it doesn't matter to them. What it's saying is, if I'm out of town with you, and because I'm from Chicago and I love Chicago so much, I'm not going to let you false flag in front of me.
Hey,
bro, you
that's
talking
Chicago.
like it's a game.
No, I'm saying I'm from Chicago. That's what I'm telling
from
you.
Chicago.
This is the point. This is the point I'm saying. I love Chicago that much. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, Chicago don't love you that much.
I know it don't, but I love you.
I don't
agree
love
with
nothing that don't love me back.
No, I agree with him because as a comic, if I go out of town, I hear somebody say they're a Chicago comic. Where are you doing comedy at, bro? Like, cause I'm doing comedy in the city, right? When you tell me you're in Batavia,
Right.
you're not in the trenches.
Yes, but you're talking to people that are also in Illinois or familiar with the Chicago area.
No,
if you're talking,
I
if you're
say if
in,
we go out of town,
if you're in
bro, I'm
Vegas, I'm saying if I get off a plane, bro, and somebody asks me where am I from, and I say Illinois, and they say Chicago, Chicago.
Right.
Like, what difference does it make? What difference does it make to them in this conversation?
Right, but I'm saying it made a difference to me, not to them. That's what that was the point I was making in the beginning.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter to the other motherfucker. It matters to me.
Oh, look at
That's
your
what
ass
I'm
like you
saying.
do. Like, what you say? All right, man.
Walk
Right away from this ass.
You don't
Right away from
do all that.
I sit there and argue with
No,
that shit. I'm
I'm
not
speaking
arguing with that
facts.
shit. I'm not
You
arguing.
ain't gotta argue with it. I just speak facts. That's it. Point blank.
Bro,
Period.
that's the same damn thing.
And
That's
the
like,
other
okay,
thing
then.
is, when
you
I
know
say
what you do?
knowledgeable, when I
You
say
so Chicago, right? You so Chicago. I need you to go to Chicago Improv in Schaumburg and tell them that should be the Schaumburg Improv instead of Chicago
I will.
Improv.
I
You need to
will.
go up there,
I
get your
will.
pick your sign, goddammit,
I
and get
will.
the. This is not Chicago. This is not Chicago. You need to go up there.
I
and
know
do
you want better. I know you want better. I go right Schaumburg.
do.
I
We do.
Get your ass locked right up.
We do. No, we do.
Get your ass right up.
We do.
Well, there's that. There's that.
You know who the founding father of Chicago is?
No, I don't care.
Don't care. That's
Don't
care.
Don't care, and you should care because you black, my brother.
I don't care.
He black too.
Right. That's the whole point. That's what
race
that
thing.
This is a
Race
conversation that's
thing.
going
Race
nowhere.
thing.
Because we just said,
sure drive to his name.
but look, we just said we from Chicago or whatever like that.
Right, but
they
that-
just said it matters to them. It don't matter to us.
Right.
So this conversation gonna keep going round and round in circles until somebody's just going to say, bro, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
I think, honestly, I think it really ain't even like that. It really is relatability. So
Yeah.
if you guys, because like you said, you from Miami first, right?
Yeah.
So Chicago's more so your second home, right?
Yeah.
Right? You're from,
Miami.
where you from?
I'm a suburb, baby. I'm moving.
Suburb, baby. So Chicago's more so like
He ain't gonna
your
tell the
second
exact
home.
suburb.
For somebody from Chicago, it's kind of like, nigga, I'm from Chicago. Where from? Specific. It's a relatability
Yeah,
thing.
like,
It's really that simple to me. I mean, to get to what he was saying, it really ain't that deep as far as like checking motherfuckers.
No,
like
it's
we
not.
together. This nigga saying he from Bolingbrook. Nah, nigga, you really from Bolingbrook?
That's what he said, though.
That's what he said. It was
What I'm saying is
more
not.
so-
It's a personal preference.
It ain't even.
Right. It's a personal preference. It's not really like I'm not for to really be out here for real. Like if I was younger, it'd have been different. But I'm saying is,
Yeah.
I love Chicago that much.
Under all your pictures, nigga, you ain't from Chicago.
Hey,
So
I
I
got a cousin that I do that shit to all the time.
And look.
He bad. He be bad.
And I understand that. But if it's just you and him, that's different. If you just tell an out of town motherfucker, who cares? That's an out of town motherfucker who don't give no fucks about them.
I wouldn't-
You know the truth. I know the truth. So why does it matter if you tell another out of town motherfucker? Because
'cause
I
it's
said
between
it's
me and you.
Chicago. But that ain't got nothing to do with them, though. I just told him I'm from Chicago so he can quit asking me fucking questions. About, they're going to keep asking questions. Oh, you from Illinois? Yeah, what part? Oh, I'm from Maywood. Oh, how far is that from Chicago? Nigga, it's like 20 minutes from Chicago. That's exactly what they're gonna say, because the border from goddamn in Maywood to goddamn to Chicago is like 15 minutes. It doesn't matter. You're still in city limits. So you can keep going back and forth all you want, but it's a circle. Don't keep me in there. Who cares?
So, on another note,
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is. Like,
On to the
where
next
we
one,
going with this?
That's why I said, that's why I've been saying move on.
Nowhere. Next day.
Yeah, right.
so how successful was y'all last week, man?
Niggas gone. There's a whole bunch of tension on the
It wasn't no tension. Ain't no tension at all. I'm just saying it didn't really matter about the Cause you talking to an out of town motherfucker trying to get something straight when it don't matter.
Bro.
It's just about how much I love Chicago.
I understand that, but we talking about an out of town motherfucker though.
We get it,
bro.
man.
We
Come
talking
on.
about the people I was with. That's
Come
what
on,
I was
man.
talking about.
All right,
Come on, man. So, ask the question again. How successful was y'all last week? What are some things you accomplished, if any?
You got something? I don't got nothing really.
Do you
You
have
got something?
anything?
Y'all got something?
What y'all accomplish?
What you accomplished? What y'all accomplished?
I went to work. I accomplished work, man.
No.
50 hours. That's an accomplishment. Yes,
So
sir.
you still don't no specific goals about yourself that you needed to accomplish?
My specific goal was going to work.
Outside of something you have to do, like
That's
this
not nothing
extra.
I gotta do though. Huh? Right, you don't have to do that. That's an accomplishment. I mean, I might have not answered it the way people are looking at it, but I mean, that's an accomplishment
Okay.
to me.
No, it wasn't nothing on mine. I ain't had none. Spaces, what's up with you? What you accomplished?
Man, I went to it was off the whim decision, but I decided to go to the Black Women's Expo.
Oh, where you was down the street from me?
Yeah, I went to the Black Women's Expo yesterday.
How was that?
Was it in was that where is
It's
it?
in the McCormick place.
McCormick Place.
Oh, I was just gonna say.
Yeah, that's down the street from me. What you like? What did you experience? What you?
That was in Chicago.
Asshole.
Was that Rosemont?
Asshole.
Was that Rosemont or was that in Chicago?
Corn Place, Chicago. First.
I can't help myself. Go
What
ahead.
is it?
It was in Bolingbrook. So I went down there. I've actually always told myself that I wanted to go, but I always forget when it rolls around. And then I hear people talking about it, and I was like, oh. But anyway, I just finally decided to go. And it was, at first it was, like, it's overrated. But then I started looking at all the vendors down there and all that. I was like, oh, this is actually dope, right? Now, and I'm going to blur it out, my bad, when I go do the editing. But I came across this vendor. And it's, like, beard hair care for men. Check it out. I'm gonna blur it out once we, but smell it. That's
Beer hair care for women.
oh, yeah, smell it, bro.
Women's Expo.
Well,
Niggas is up there. You
that's
gotta
what-
have something for the niggas.
That's why I was.
The niggas is up there looking for the business. Go ahead.
That's why I was interested in it because, in the company, because like this is supposed to be the Black Women's Expo. We got a male
Smells
kiosk.
good though. Not gonna lie.
Check it out.
You got a male kiosk up here, so I'm like, oh, what's up? I just checked it out, and then I smelled the product. I checked the product. They let you put some on my hand. They had me rub some in my beard. I was like, oh,
That shit not real good.
No, go ahead. Put the time back. Oh, all right, bro. I thought you wanted me to smell it. I'm going to talk shit niggas be on. You know what I'm saying? You got me holding the face. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Bro. No, you out here wild. You out here wild, man. Put the top back on, man. You took it out with one hand. Put it back on, man. You trying to hate you. No.
You can't have no more brothers on. You can't have no more bro. Hey, bro, no, don't do that. We some family, but we ain't that cool, goddammit.
Bro, I didn't give it to you to smell it like that. I was trying to give it to him. So
I don't know what you was trying to do, man. I ain't know.
all right, broski. This man out here funny. It's
Yeah,
okay.
this is me every day. This ain't even on camera. Like you know me.
I know.
So what's up about him? Like you say, is he stationed in Chicago?
no, they're actually from Atlanta.
Oh, they're from Atlanta.
They're
So they
from
got a
Atlanta.
website and all that stuff you can work
Yeah,
So they
yeah,
go to
got it.
expo to expo, I assume.
I suppose. That part I don't know.
So it's a dude that on it.
Yes, it's actually black owned. Those are the guys. I didn't. I'm not gonna say the name yet
Interesting
because
that they was at the Black Women's Expo.
Right.
right.
Be a lot to do. I'm sure it's dudes, wherever it's women at.
It's
It's
dudes.
niggas down. No, I know what you're saying. I ain't trying to get into it, but I'm saying the Essence Fest down in New Orleans, mainly women. It's gonna be some niggas there.
Right.
They trying to come up on something.
And that's understandable. I was just saying, like, vendor wise, I thought, like, it would be like
That'd be
focus on-
discrimination.
No, because come on, black women take care of their men. I mean, even if it's not a lot of guys that you can get that to a woman. Hey, your man got a beard.
Yeah.
Boom. You want his shit smell like this. You know what I'm saying? Because who we buy products for anyway?
Right.
The fuck? Like,
Look, man, y'all got my motherfucking cousin talking about, nigga, you not from Miami.
Damn. He's from Florida City, Homestead.
Bro, and do I ever deny that? Do I ever deny that?
Which is true.
I always just say, because
You don't.
I always just say Miami because motherfucker ask questions. Like,
He say, but I'm really from Florida City,
Homestead. Yeah.
He will just don't leave it like that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up, man. What's up, bro?
Hey, boy,
But that was funny with the text.
Yeah, that was super funny. Nigga just said that shit. But yeah, I'm gonna probably try to order some of this stuff. That was good right there, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, though, because I'm looking for like a beer oil product. It wasn't that expensive or nothing like that. Was it too crazy?
Admittedly, the price did kind of throw me off. It did.
So
But
how much was them two things?
Yeah, because you're not giving the name, so how much was it?
50.
That's not bad.
What's the other foamy shit? What's that?
It's a co-wash for you know.
They had, and I'm pretty sure they had like other different type of like balms and all that other type of shit. So they probably that's pretty reasonable because that's a lot of oil. That's a lot of oil.
But I can fuck with it because I know it's a black-owned product. It smells good, and I can fuck with it because it's a black-owned product.
Mm-hmm.
So you know their stuff is not going to be as cheap as if you go get a brand thing that's in all the stores. So they'll probably charge a little bit more.
Well, you know
How
what?
many ingredients they got in that spaces? You know?
Yeah, you ain't taking
No,
ingredients.
it's actually it's
Oh, boy. Okay.
no.
Okay.
That's actually one of the things that sold me because it's a plant-based with olive oil.
Okay, that's what's up. That's not
That
bad. We might have to
should
check them out, though.
Should be chicken grease, you know what I'm saying?
It's smelling like fried chicken and shit.
Canola oil. Right. WD-40, you know?
So you say you went there, so that's the only thing you really seen. That was the only guys that was there. Was them, or was a bunch of more guys?
That was the only. I mean, if we're talking like the products were specifically for men, then yes, that was the one.
Okay.
But there was other vendors that had men behind it.
Okay.
Whatever, you know what I mean?
So
So
they didn't recognize you? Like, damn, this space is from the KNoWKi podcast. Let me give him this for free.
no, they didn't.
Oh, you bought that?
Podcast t-shirt.
That's what I'm saying. Damn, that would have been a good idea.
Yeah, that would have been a great idea.
That's all right.
We'll be at the next one though.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all.
So
do that.
overall, when you went to the expo, overall, what would you like rated and graded?
I think I give it a solid. You know what? I give it a solid like 8.5.
8.5.
8.5 out of 10. Yeah, because I started the longer I was there, then I started really paying attention to the vendors. I was like, oh, this is some dope stuff. Like y'all got, it was a car freshener company there. It was a bunch of candle companies, you know, clothing obviously. This one had like 3D paintings. I'll show y'all a picture of it in a second, but I was like, wow, this is actually really amazing.
So how much was it to get in?
It was only buying the tickets from Walgreens. It was $15. I went by myself.
Oh, you went by yourself?
Yeah, I went by myself.
Okay.
It was well, I looked Walgreens. I heard the advertisement on the radio, and they said buy tickets at Walgreens.
Oh, okay.
But the only other place I seen prices of the ticket was online, and it was $30.
Oh, that's
So-
not too bad. I guess it sounded like you had a good time.
They have it like every year too, right? Don't they have a black one? Because I could have sworn I heard about it last year. So they have one like every year.
Yeah.
I might try to check that out.
Man,
Yeah, they pretty decent. I've been there a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
My bad.
when I was in high school, they used to like take us to the festivals and shit. And Black Women's Expo would be like one of the end stops of the festivals and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they had like a pod. They had a big stage, and it was a pod. I think it was a podcast going, or there was like 4 people talking. I don't know if it was a podcast or if it's been
Probably like a
recorded or
little
whatever.
panel that they do.
Yeah,
little
back in the
panel,
day,
yeah.
they used to have
Panels,
like little local
the panels they ask questions
Yeah,
about women.
and I saw a dude that was. It looked like he was a comedian based on like his mannerisms, and it sounded like he was telling jokes.
Okay.
So it was dope, man. I would definitely go.
Like it could have been funny, huh? Could have been.
Could have been fun.
Could have
Yeah.
been.
I know.
Wasn't no wheel though. Goddamn it.
You know the miles coming.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't no wheel though.
God damn.
That definitely just flew over my head.
That wasn't the wheel though.
All right, man. Let's keep rolling.
What happened?
Let's keep rolling. My man. Let's keep rolling.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know they could shit went over my head too. Did I miss something too?
Y'all
All right, so look, man, check it, man. I sent something in the group chat, right? Let's get into this conversation. I sent something. I sent something in the group chat, right? So it was a clip off like the Breakfast Club interview with Kevin Gates.
Right.
So it was Kevin Gates was saying, he was saying that it's always his own people that been kicking him while you're down, niggas killing niggas. Because he was talking about Black Lives Matter. He's like, they wonder why he don't, support Black Lives Matter. And he was saying that, it's always his kind that do them. It's always black people that killing other black people. It's always black people that's snitching on other black people. It's all, just black people that's did the most harm to him and that's did every, any and everything to him possible will make him don't even want to be a black person no more. Because I ain't gonna just call him a nigga. But that's what he said.
I mean,
right?
you called yourself a nigga.
I understand that, but I'm not. And when I was explaining, I'm not gonna just use that.
Okay, I bet.
I get you though. But I want to get y'all thing because we've been holding on to this for a minute because that interview been happening.
Right.
We've been sent it out and we've been wanting to talk about this and whatnot.
Yeah.
So since we got a guest, we're gonna let the guest go ahead and get it rocking out first.
I think that Kevin Gates is a little confused, like in general about the shit he want to get across. But as far as the concept is like when people say he said like black people have been done the most harm to him, done the mess. He had a lot of negative activities or negative things happen to him based on his relationship with black people.
Yeah.
One that man said he wasn't black. I remember him saying that. He wasn't
Kevin
black.
Gates said that?
Yeah, he said he was Puerto Rican.
Oh.
So
He is though.
Okay, so how you black?
No, I'm saying he is. Like if you look him up, I think he's gonna say he Puerto. I think probably Puerto Rican and black.
All right, but so
But he is. I know he is got some Puerto Rican. In him.
That's what I'm saying. He a little confused on what he want to get across. But all right, so let's go with he black, right? So
Okay, real quick. Sorry, keep it
Go
though.
ahead.
Puerto Rican mother, African American father.
Okay. So let's go with he black, right? And who do you deal with most of all the time?
Yeah, blacks, because you around that's who you live with. That's who you
Right?
stay with.
That's who you stay with, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is when people are talking about black people, you don't really hear about white people saying the white people are the most ones who did this shit to me, or you don't hear Asians saying.
We're gonna get some feedback.
Oh my bad.
No,
That's
it's
going
on the table.
my bad. So you don't hear Asians saying, "Oh, Asians," because these are people who deal with their own people too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're the only ones who broadcast our disdain for our own, and I think that that shit's whack. Point blank. Period. I think that when you start broadcasting things like, "Oh, black people," this is of course these things are going to happen to you because these are who you're staying around with. Like versus a person who's not of color, or say you black and you grew up around people that are not of color, and you still gonna go through the same shit you went through as an adolescent. This is gonna be white people doing it to you.
That's a fact. You facts.
So what what I'm saying? You saying that you don't support Black Lives Matter because motherfuckers is black on black. Ain't no such thing as black on black crime. I think motherfuckers he's a puppet and he's using shit to be just keep us to perpetuate on each other. You know what I'm saying? For us not to show support or love to each other, or not even try to bring some type of positivity. Like if he was trying to bring some type of positivity after he said all that extra shit, it'd have been different. But I feel like he just keep trying to push a narrative that you can't fuck with black people.
Okay. Jerry, you want to hit it though?
I'll wait for one of y'all.
Go ahead, Space.
I didn't really get that from the video, right? I do understand when you say that there's a narrative that's being pushed.
Right.
Well, I think he was more so speaking on his experiences, more than trying to push a narrative, which that may be his way. That may be his way of pushing a narrative, but I mean, I know that there is some facts in what he was saying.
I agree.
Because I was thinking earlier when I watched the video, I've heard people that have, had a corner store in their neighborhood, and they talk about how the people from the neighborhood, robbed it and caused property damage and all that stuff from that neighborhood. You know what I mean? So I definitely understand what he was saying. But you are also 100% right when you say we are the primary people who put our people on blast. But so
I mean, holding accountability is different than broadcasting some type of disdain while you putting your group of people down and uplifting people that's been known to shit on your kind. That's known. It's like you ever seen 300
with Gerard Butler?
Yeah. It's like that little ugly looking thing running back to, you know what I'm saying, the transgender thing, dude, whoever his name was, running back to him, knowing he's he Greek, he a Spartan, whatever he was, he a blood, that's he's Spartan.
Yeah.
But because they treated him some type of way, he ran to the enemy to help overthrow, and then at the end of it, he got thrown over too.
Yeah.
So like it's like, what was you got into your feelings about, you know what I'm saying, some things that's going to happen naturally anyway. So you ran to the enemy to get some type of instant gratification because, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, that somebody going to lose.
Who is the enemy? And you talk about Kevin Gates, right?
Yeah,
So,
when I'm talking about Kevin Gates, the people he said that helped him.
Okay.
And
Yeah, because he was saying a Jewish person. I'm sorry, my bad. A Jewish person, Jewish person helped him get a coffee deal. Then he said a transgender woman helped him store his stuff in her warehouse free of charge. But he said them two people, a lot of people talk about and say that they don't mess with and say they don't do this, but them the people that helped him out.
Right, but see, at what price did they help him? He said they charged free of charge, which he meant actual currency. But what did you actually have to do for that? Like, because nobody's not just giving you anything. Like, even if you're in a relationship with somebody, you just not doing something for, you know what I'm saying, just that. It has to be an exchange. It may nobody like admit it, but it's really an exchange. Everything is for an exchange. So what did he exchange for that? We don't know. He an entertainer. He could do anything.
Yeah. So you finished? You finished with your point?
Right. Again, when I said that when the transgender didn't charge Kevin Gates, that was physical currency.
Yeah.
You're still exchanging something with this man. It could be entertainment or like he could have won, some type of entertainment, also doing something that's trying to start up to be a producer in a bigger, you know what I'm saying, bigger. It could be going into something
I get what
bigger.
you're saying.
In exchange for something. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
y'all not just gonna be here in his apartment or
Fat cave.
you know what I'm saying, the bat cave. You're not gonna be in this bat cave, or you're not just gonna be in this space forever. Y'all looking towards the future. I'm pretty much sure, you know what I'm saying, Will want a studio where y'all can have, where y'all could come and really be comfortable at. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
You know what I'm saying? Or like, say y'all go on a tour or some shit like that. You know, you think bigger. You know what I'm saying? But it's still an exchange. It's not money. It's still exchange.
Some sort of.
It's if it's an experience, if it's a
opportunity,
yeah. But it's an exchange for something.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I got you. Go ahead, Mark. What you think?
Jay Day?
Oh yeah, with Kevin Gates, man, I don't believe nothing you talking about. I mean, if you grow up around black people, then you're gonna have, black altercations. You're gonna be dealing with black people. These are the people you're around. I mean, you're gonna have fights with black people. If you go to school with black people, yeah, you're gonna have a fight with black people. You know what I'm saying? If your parents is black, yeah, they gonna whoop your ass. Like, we're dealing with majority black people here. Like, I mean, even if that is his personal experience, I guess I could say the same thing. Right. You know what I mean? Like, the people that harmed me the most has been black people. Yeah, it might, on that level, they've harmed you the most. But, like, I mean, but what about harm that you don't know?
Right.
That's been caused to you? You know what I mean? Things that we don't know, like, damn, I could have actually had that job. We don't know that, though. You see what I'm saying? You don't know who could have,
who came
stopped you from progressing further in life. But I mean, I kind of get what he's saying. Like, I mean, but that's who we live around. If you live around black people or you live around Asian people, I'm sure Asian people over in China, they're gonna say they'd say the same thing. Like, hey, the people who harmed me the most has been Asians, or the people in Russia. They gonna say the people.
And they only gonna say that to themselves. We're the only ones who gets on camera
And
broadcast that shit. Because as soon as they get on camera, you know what they say? The most racist motherfuckers been to me was black people. Every time I watch Asian
Don't
on
hit the table.
every time I watch an Asian on a podcast somewhere, they instantly say the most racist people been to me has been black people. And then you hear what they say that's racist. No, that's not racist. That's just playing the dozens. You don't know how to joke. You don't know how to talk shit. You take that as being racist, and it's really just a joking mechanism that we all do. If you black, you gonna make jokes about something. I'm gonna call you a big nose motherfucker. I'm gonna call you a fat face motherfucker, a fat nose motherfucker, fat feet having ass thing. Whatever it's gonna be, I'm gonna make jokes. But that doesn't mean I'm racist. That don't mean I'm prejudiced. I'm just making jokes, and it sounds funny to me and my peers. But every time I hear something about somebody else, they wanna, but when they buy themselves, of course they gonna say, man, Jim Chong or
Jim Chong.
I don't know who the hell Jim Chong is. I'm just making the name up.
I'm like, what?
Jim Chong or Kevin Hernandez, they all gonna say, hey, somebody did something to me that was my own skin, but they ain't gonna say that shit on
They ain't
broadcast.
gonna broadcast it for the world to see.
Right.
They ain't gonna let everybody know.
But we're the only ones that do that shit, and that shit irritates the hell out of me.
And I didn't catch at the time, who was the person interviewing?
That was the Breakfast Club.
That was Breakfast Club. So I mean, it kind of, and the Breakfast Club is owned by a certain outlet, but like you said, I think they're trying to push a narrative about black people, and black people are the real racists,
Right.
or that's what I've always heard. Like, hey, black people,
But we can't
are the real racists.
physically like even if there is a predominantly black neighborhood, you ain't really seen nobody kick that one white family that came into the neighborhood out. If you actually seen them been more nice to the white family than the black family they've been living to for the last 10 years.
I will agree. I will say that because personally, I see white people running up and down the neighborhood in the hood all the time. Nobody messes with them. They ride their bike through that bitch. They walk their dogs through that bitch and don't know. I mean,
nobody.
And I stay in the hood, right? So I'm able to see this. Like, they walk up and down. Nobody really bothering them. Only time it's kind of like a little weird is like when you over here at nighttime. It's like, okay, what you doing? What you got going on?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it is like 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Like, what you doing out here?
What you doing out here? You trying to cop some drugs or something? But other than that, it's like nobody's really fucking with y'all like that.
So why do so many people why do so many different people have the same story though? Because I know for a fact Lil Jon said specifically that he stopped making music for black people because of how they treat him.
Can we give examples that's other than entertainers? Because I feel like all entertainers, no matter what type of entertainment it is, it could be basketball, music, movies, motherfucking water ski, it don't care. These motherfuckers are
Co-opted?
abided. Huh?
You saying they like co-opted?
Yeah, they co-opted into, they are binded to, you know what I'm saying, do certain things and not say certain things.
Wait, let me finish the whole, who was it? Lil Jon.
Lil Jon.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why he stopped making like rap music, the hip hop music, all the stuff that he used to, because of how black people treat him.
How did he say they treat him?
Hold on, I just got one question. It's like when it comes to Kevin Gates and Lil Jon, who the fuck made y'all famous?
Black people.
You know what I'm saying? Did you
That's a
not?
good question.
Did you
That's a good
not
question.
make music for black people?
And especially Lil Jon, he made rap music for motherfuckers whooping on motherfuckers in the club.
I mean, even Kevin Gates
Right.
was for black. White people didn't make y'all famous. I mean, they signed y'all to a deal to continue making music for black people, but as far as listeners and whatever, your music was geared towards black people. And then you go back and go fuck black people.
Right?
Like,
I don't think black people rock this music by and large.
You talking about Kevin Gates?
Because hold on, because by and large, if we're talking about who pushed, I guess who helped the career the most. Okay, let me ask this question. When I like using people in music because those are all people we know, right? So when somebody that's in music makes their money, do they make more off of album sales or off of tours?
You gotta be grassroots first.
First,
You gotta be grass. So I don't care where you at now. You gotta be grassroots first.
Right.
Yeah, they're making their money now through that, but you can't tell me black people ain't banging no Kevin Gates.
Yeah,
I hear that
I'm
shit
not
all
saying-
the time.
I'm not saying that.
Yes, you did.
No.
You said they weren't listening to the. Yes, you did. You just said they didn't listen to that
that's the
music.
question. They make more money off tours.
Okay, so
White people are at the concerts. Yes, they are. I've been there. I will say that. They are there. But you said, at first you said they weren't black people
No,
weren't
hold on,
listening
time
to the
out,
music.
because white people are in the front of the concert.
Yeah, black people are in the...
Ticket sales. The ticket sales be so high. That's why white people are the only ones can afford it.
Right, like if
So
they had it.
When you see the first 10 rows,
It just be
and
white
they
people.
Caucasian as fuck.
Yeah, and then all the rest of the stadium.
Cause I've been to a J. Cole concert. We was all up in the bleeds.
On God,
But we was there.
We was
on
there.
God. I've been to a Kanye concert and we was in the bleeds.
But it's just the people who can afford the tickets.
Well, the Chance the Rapper joint was behind the stage.
look at outdoor concerts.
What festivals?
Look at outdoor concerts.
You talking about like Rolling Loud and all that shit?
Anything where the concert is outside, you can see the entire crowd of people.
But that's because they can afford the tickets.
It's still about grassroots.
Okay, but
Kevin Gates shit was grassroots. Wasn't nobody white bumping no Kevin Gates a couple years ago.
No.
That was nigga shit. I'm dead at.
Kevin Gates just now for real got mainstream, and I'm not even a big music person.
Oh God.
He for real just got
And then
mainstream.
Lil Jon only got mainstream off the motherfucking shots.
Yeah.
His
Down
real
south,
money
it was-
came from the
Down
niggas.
south, yeah.
His real money came from niggas from Atlanta.
We was with the East Side Boys.
Yeah, that's down south.
I'm not denying it. I'm just saying
alright,
this
so
is why I don't rock with people, and if this is my sentiment, I don't know if it was his sentiment. I don't rock with people based off of skin color. I base it off of character. I base it off of how what's the reciprocity or the content or the specifics of our relationship.
All right, so I get what you're saying, but when you come dealing with society, I think that only works within the workforce. Outside of that, skin color is like almost like currency. Like people do base you off what you look like first. People do not like a motherfucker could see me and you, and they wouldn't really tell a difference if we was walking in the white neighborhood and really didn't know if you were, you know what I'm saying, if you grew up in the suburbs or if I grew up in the hood, they wouldn't see that. They just see two black niggas in their neighborhood. They don't know that we can articulate our words, we can, do things that even better than them. They don't know this.
Okay.
They just see niggas.
Cool. So
And they don't
Hold
even
on, before we go down there, man, let's get Mom's his real thoughts on it.
Yeah, what's your real thought on the Kevin Gates, Mom?
When I see it, bro, and it's always to me, right? When you hear somebody, even if it's an entertainer or whatever, it's always an ex-street nigga that say that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then the same niggas, right? I'm gonna go use niggas like he did. Same niggas that's shooting up the hood, that's selling drugs in the hood, that's robbing people in the hood. Them the same motherfuckers, the same people he was talking about. He was one of those people.
Right.
He was in the hood selling drugs. He was in the hood robbing. He was doing all these things. But then you always, it's a bunch of motherfuckers on podcasts. It's a bunch of entertainers. It's all ex-cons, the ones that always say shit like that.
I'm saying one thing with him is why he ain't blaming his Puerto Rican side.
No, we can get to that later. But I'm just talking about.
Oh, that's for real, some real shit.
That's a good question. I like that question.
But to me, it's always the ex-cons who go to jail. Like I always say, what I say. What they go to jail and do? Find Christianity, find Allah, find Buddhism. Nigga, why you couldn't find that shit when you was out here and everything before you had a record?
Got the kufi on.
Huh? But that's always what happens though. That happens every fucking time. I got people in my family members that say the same thing. Niggas do this to niggas. But y'all was out there robbing people.
You wasn't niggas. You wasn't niggas. And then you're making the music to perpetuate, you know what I'm saying? Keep that type of shit
That's
going.
what
And
the
then
fuck
be mad
I'm
when somebody
saying.
telling them to go to jail.
That's what the fuck I'm saying.
But this is what I'm. This is my whole.
so I'm not understanding how y'all don't hear the character flaw in this. Like
What?
Like at a certain point, like you said, grassroots. Cool. I love that the way that phrase, right?
Mm-hmm.
But isn't there a ceiling to that?
To a grassroots.
Yeah, like when you say
Yeah, he got there, but then
start-
somebody else taking the father.
Okay,
you
so-
start getting on the other things.
Okay, so who does that?
What
Is
you-
it more black people because we got Jay-Z and Dame Dash in
But
opposition
again,
with each
and
other?
they
You
was
know what
in
I'm saying?
opposition with each
So we
other
got
because
example after example of how people tell their stories, and it's a similar story most of the time, and then we talk about how, like, oh, you shouldn't say that in the media. Okay, so what? Just not mess with any white people. Try to stick with black people.
No, we did not say that.
I remember.
Hold on. We did not say that. But it's the simple fact of it is, you're putting this shit on Front Street. Do you hear any other races that say the same thing that our race say? That's what they talking about. You don't say it, even though it is happening and everybody, bro. It don't matter who you with. Just like they said, we got other people. To me, it's always the criminal dudes that change their life around that come out and say black people do this to other black people. When you were the black person that was doing that to people. You never hear no 9-to-5 people. You never hear people that goes on business suits and all that shit say the same thing that them people say.
Basically, that's hypocritical and being an
Thank you. So how you gonna sit up here and say, oh, niggas kill niggas. Niggas do this to niggas. Nigga, once you just kill somebody, then you just say how you blew their brains out?
Right.
Then you just say how you blew a nigga brains out? Then you just say that you don't pay that shit? You'll put a nigga in the dirt? Then you say all this stuff? Yeah. Then you say that don't keep my name out your mouth? You don't want to hear this shit? Like, you said all that shit. Like, it's hypocritical for you to go on there and say, oh, black people do this to black people when you're the black person that did the shit. Right. You did that. We don't do that shit.
Get them all. Get them.
No, we don't, though. We got to work every day. We work like 10, 12 hours a day.
Right.
But we got to look out for a nigga like you that's coming behind us because we working hard trying to rob us.
Or even then, when you...
No, but I'm saying you watching though. You making sure you won't be out here doing whatever.
I'll be honest, I keep my head on the swivel wherever I'm at.
And that's what you should do.
But I'm just saying, for me, it's not like, well, nigga, I didn't cross them city lines.
No, you doing that anyway.
I'm doing that shit in the suburbs. I'm doing that shit wherever.
That's what. But what I'm saying to you is, you're 100% right. White people did help them go, and they should. You know, they got some white fans that helped them go over the top. We're not denying that.
Right.
That's not deniable. But what they were saying is, before white people even knew who the fuck you was, black people had to be bumping that shit. What we always say, black people control cool. We control what's being played in the media, what is being played out here in these streets. Right. When white people hear us nod our head to it, they're like, oh, what is that? They start nodding their head to it too. They don't just come up off shit off the beginning. Right. They come off shit after we come up off of it.
Will, that's similar to like us. That's similar to like comedians going to do the chitlin circuit again. You know what I mean, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you sell out arenas, but you go back home. You see what I'm saying? You go to those little places that really put you on. You see what I'm saying? That's what that's comparable to. Yeah. My you know what I mean? You don't forget about the smaller people.
Right. Just as another comment to Spaces, just for somebody to get to the next level, that don't mean you have to step on my back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can get to where you're going without shitting on me. If you're on that path, you feel like you're doing everything you need to do. Right. Why you gotta step on my back?
So let's use you and me in this example, right? Okay, cool. So you said, like, let's say I'm Lil Jon, right?
Okay. And no, let's just say you Spaces. Y'all are KNoWKi.
Okay, cool. So let's just say, this podcast get to a point where it blows up, and then I say, forget Will.
Right, you be like, right? Yeah, that first spot we was at, it was alright. It did what it was gonna do. I'll never do that shit again. You know, yeah.
Right now, that's under, like, I get what you're saying. If I just out of nowhere said that, right? Now, if there are some experiences that in our interactions where you're treating me wrong, and I just speak on it, I'm only speaking on in reflection of what you did to me.
Okay, let's say something as small as technical difficulties, which I've had. You know what I'm saying? I don't operate everything. Yeah. You go somewhere else, you gonna speak bad on my technical difficulties?
No, because the reason why
but you're a real one. That's the only point. That's it. You said no. That's it. Right. When we saying what they doing is exactly what they saying. Right? Everybody that said they saying one thing but then operating another way. Right. Same shit. Right. I've done nothing purposely to wrong you. Right? Yeah. This technical difficulties is part of the business.
Isn't that an assumption that nothing happened though? Because I'm saying the reason why I said no to you because I wouldn't. Our relationship right now, our friendship right now, is not. There's no tension in between there, right? Now, these people that's saying all this stuff in the media, they're saying that based off of stuff that them and the people they're talking about, what happened in between them. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's not because the stuff that they caused.
Well, that's the part we don't know.
That's the part you can't exclude. They put themselves in a position to have to have wronged somebody to get wronged back, and now you're stuck in this perpetual motion of this black on black crime that we once had because no one is sitting down talking, get no resolution. But like you said, it's perpetual going back and forth. You wrong me, I wrong you, you wrong my cousin, now we wrong you, you know what I'm saying? So now you stuck in that shit, then you make it, and then, all black people have done wrong. What the fuck? Like everybody just said, how many people have you done wrong?
Right.
That's a fact, man.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can't like. You can't.
And we all agree. I don't know why we still
No.
talking about this.
Yeah, you can't sit up there and deny that. And it's like the simple fact of it is, say we KNoWKi.
Yeah.
Say for instance, we don't mess with Jay every day no more.
Okay.
But Jay every day, but Jay every day still cool with you.
Yeah.
He just like, man, I don't want that attention or whatever like that.
Yeah.
So would Jay go every day, go over there like fuck KNoWKi podcast? It's just fuck Spaces. It ain't fuck both of them. It's just fuck one of y'all.
Yeah.
Like, so if people did something to you, you don't have to put a blanket on the whole fucking race. Cause there's a whole bunch of black people out there that's fucking, hold on, it's a whole bunch of black people out there that's great as hell. We say this all the time. My bad. No, cool. My bad. We say, like we always go to the baby daddy thing.
Yeah.
Right? Or to the motherfuckers that, do you know any deadbeat baby fathers? Do you know any deadbeat baby fathers? Huh?
Yeah, I do.
They your friends?
Are they my friends?
Yeah. Okay, then you just know them. They're your friends. Jay, do you got any friends that's deadbeat baby fathers?
No.
Will, what about you?
Absolutely not.
Do that mean they don't exist? Because I don't have none either. Do that mean that they don't exist? But they don't exist to us because we don't fuck with people like that.
Right.
So if black people do black people wrong, I don't fuck with that black person.
Right.
That's the problem. We try to sit up here and quote everything on everybody.
Right, and I think it's like just like I say your family, right? Just, let's bring it to something even smaller.
Yeah.
Your family, right?
Yeah.
You have family members you do not mess with. You do not rock with. My bad about the You don't have family members you do not rock with, right?
Right.
Are you going to run back to like a random person you don't know and tell them
Hell
you
no,
don't
that's
rock
none
with
of their business.
Right.
It's
You
none of their
understand? You're only
business.
saying that to your other family members that you know that knows them and knows the
That's a
situation.
great point. That is a great fucking
Because-
point.
So why would I have plenty of family members I don't rock with, but I'm not gonna go out here and tell people their business or why I don't mess with them. It's none of y'all business. But if I see you messing with my family member on the street, I'm gonna fuck you up.
That's a fact. That's that. And you're right. That's why I said the point of those are the. It's always criminals that say that shit though. It's always the motherfuckers that were street dudes that say, "Oh, black people did other black people," but y'all the ones out here killing us. Y'all the ones out here robbing motherfuckers. Y'all the ones who motherfuckers need extra lock on their doors and all this shit. Y'all lie.
Fact.
Hold on, I got a story. It's about Asians, yo. So at my last job, it was a bunch of Asians that worked there, and it was a guy. We called him Ping Pong Wong. His last name was Wong.
Okay.
And it was a big ping pong circuit at my job, right? But Ping Pong Wong was very aggressive. Like, if you would slow play him, he would throw the fucking paddle at you type shit, right? Now, we don't know that he's that aggressive because only the Asians know, right? I had to go respond to an incident, and I was talking to this one Asian. Her name was Ling Ling. So Ling Ling,
No way. That's her name for real?
yeah.
Yeah, that's real life Asian.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like, cause people, the racist people would use that.
That's all it
use
is.
that
It was
name.
not the Asian. Her name was Oh So Young, but whatever.
You're making this shit up now.
I'm dead ass.
He's not making
Right-handed
this
guy,
up,
dude.
bro. They ain't speaking
Right-handed
so
guy.
young.
If I'm dying, if I'm lying, let me die right now.
Yeah.
But hold on. Okay.
Wait.
No, but Ling Ling told me about Ping Pong Wong.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't tell nobody else. But since me and her cool, she go give me the inside scoop. Yeah, he lit off his rocket. Better watch how you approach him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like his ass a lie and a heartbeat type shit. But to our point, she ain't tell everybody.
Right.
Since I'm cool, she let me kind of know. But other than that, if I wasn't cool, I wouldn't have known.
Right.
I'd have walked in that situation, him being angry, he gonna lie on me type shit. I wouldn't have known to take my record everything type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
You was cracking Ling Ling, wasn't you?
I tried.
Hey, you trying to get some of that nigga like
Yeah, Ling Ling. You know that Ling Ling.
I'll get some of this nigga like
She cracked a few officers, but they don't mess with Brown that much. So
Oh.
Okay.
we too big. Apparently, that's what she said.
Okay. Too big. So, all right. So we got that off. So, you got some more?
Yeah.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
do, cause so what would have? Because it sounds like what y'all saying is that he's generalizing everybody, right? That's what y'all saying.
That's what he's doing.
I think he was one. He's a celebrity, right? So he has the eyes of the media on him. So he sees a lot more people see his life, right? So I think he was also speaking on people on the internet that he doesn't know that have all different kind. Matter of fact,
How we using internet niggas?
no, because he's generalized.
But if you don't know internet nigga, like you don't know
You don't
these
have these
bots.
things,
You don't know who they are.
Right, you don't. And sometimes white people be making black profiles and just doing shit,
Right,
bro.
right.
So like you can't add them. And if he got like the shit he said, it sounds like he's in his feelings about some shit, and then he's want to say some shit out his mouth just to sound cool. And that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like he, you know, they have a word for it. It's called bitch assness, and that's what it sounds like to me.
Go ahead, finish.
So, what would have been? So let's just say he has this same conversation. What would be some verbiage to make y'all think that he's not generalizing everybody? Because I don't think he is.
If he gave out names, if he said, yeah, John from Massachusetts stabbed me up, or if he said Kiki from motherfucking Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? Look, the man is very confused, bro. Apparently, the man fucked his own cousin and didn't know it. The man is very confused, bro. He don't know if he's Puerto Rican. He don't know if he's black. He don't know if he's Christian. He don't know if he's Muslim. I wouldn't take anything he said with no constructive thought, because the things he say out of his mouth is very confusing, and that's how it lets me know he's confused himself.
Okay, and
That's
then
confusing the masses.
Right.
okay, from your thing, you said all the you say he got comments or whatever like that. You was talking about internet.
Yeah, he
people,
got because, and I am excluding. Let's just say bots. Let's just say white people that created accounts that make it look like it's a black account. I'm talking people that actually I've seen on my social media feeds of people falling into the category of people that he's talking about.
Okay, so what about all the people that show him love though?
Yeah.
Remember we was having this discussion. Remember, I don't know if you remember back when Kevin Samuel had passed away. You say it was a lot of people that was, you know, throwing dirt on his name, that was saying he's good, he's dead. But then I always told you, I think it was more people that was showing him love than showing him hate. But what about the people that show Kevin Gates mad love? Why the fuck are you worried about bots or motherfuckers throwing dirt on your name in comments and stuff?
Facts.
You know what?
He came to Chicago.
Hold on. This is the equivalent of like when I see people, you bring up LeBron, niggas hate LeBron. Motherfuckers hate LeBron. Troll after troll. It all be mostly white folks. I swear, I promise you. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, damn, why they hate LeBron so much? You know what I'm saying? But that's like, I don't know. It's like almost what you're saying is like, okay, I'm looking at and I see all these black people that don't like Kevin Gates or who up the bam on LeBron shit. It'd be a whole bunch of black people that don't like him. It'd be a whole bunch of white people that don't like him. It's like, that shit is online. Some people wake up just to be trolls.
Just to be
like some people, some people in life are just trolls. You know what I'm saying? They're doing some shit just to get a reaction out of you. And if you that thin skinned as a celebrity, like you need to just fall out the limelight, buddy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can take that as me attacking you. I don't get no fuck.
Hey, Ma, you remember like, why does it matter if you tell a motherfucker if they not from Chicago or not? That's just like that. That's just like that. Why is you telling the motherfucker that black people did you so? You black yourself, my nigga.
No, because that becomes another problem. So which side are we on? You know what I mean? Because I think that shit that's bad, you know, if you're a biracial person, it's like shit that's bad that's happening. We gonna give that all shit to the black side. But you know what I'm saying? All the good shit. You know, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm white, I'm all X, Y, and Z.
It's all because of my good
everything
side.
that's black, everything that black to me or dark or something that's negative.
Yeah, evil.
Unless it comes down to sex, the motherfuckers. That black part is good. Motherfuckers like, you know, you have white.
Even then they'll somehow try to demonize that.
Probably
so no.
do. But yeah, I've like, bro, like honestly, the media does demonize us and literally demonize us, and it goes even to like, you ever heard, you know about Spawn?
Oh, the movie.
Yeah. All right, so it's a comic book first, right?
Yeah.
So the person who created Spawn is a white man.
Okay.
And Spawn is literally a black man that's been demonized. Literally been demonized. Yeah. The nigga comes from hell.
Yeah.
That lets you know what other motherfuckers think of you, and then that makes you think about well, shit, maybe that shit's true.
So what if a black person made Spawn?
If a black person made Spawn, I still have to question on his inspiration from it. Like, what is your inspiration? Why do you think that you come from hell? Why do you think you had to go to hell to obtain such power to, you know what I'm saying, to become a superhero? And superhero is supposed to be somebody that we glorify. It's damn near like God.
Okay, well, what about the reverse though? Well, what about Black Panther? Isn't that
The same thing. So I'm saying it would have been. It's a, especially with the new iteration of it. It's the same thing. Like you took, you know what I'm saying, something that's supposed to be, you know, because the original Black Panther that they was originally had, it came from a black creator. That's neither here nor there. But you take a person that's supposed to be like people looking up, like, you know what I'm saying, you looking up to this person, like this person is like the highest level of something in it. Because if you read the Black Panther the comics, you'll see at the point in time he even had motherfucking white people bowing down to him. You know what I'm saying? They had to change it up because once black people start reading about it.
Yeah. So you saying they had to take T'Challa out the game?
Yeah, they had to take T'Challa out the game because then they made it seem like black people didn't fuck with him in the comics.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And the case was when the black superheroes saw T'Challa and they saw more white people bow down to him, they was looking up to him, not being envious. You know what I'm saying?
So long story short is that you read comics.
Wrong, yeah, I read
so
comics.
Therefore you telling us that you a nigga nerd.
I'm a blood, I'm a nerd. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Shout out to the nigga nerds, man. Shout out to the nigga nerds. Ain't nothing wrong with that,
You got something
man.
else to go with this? You still got?
Well,
But I like how you broke that down.
I like how you broke it down. I challenge your thought, your example a little bit, because you said Spawn is a white man and
no, Spawn is a black man created by a white man.
Created by a white man. I'm sorry, created by a white man, where it depicts a black man being demonized, literally.
Yeah, literally.
So what about Stan Lee and Jack Kirby that created Black Panther?
And that's what I was just getting to.
Yeah.
What I was
This is a legit question.
No, this is what I was getting to, because originally Stan Lee and Jack Kirby didn't create Black Panther, just like whoever they say created Superman didn't create Superman. These were black people's inventions first. That was given to Marvel, and Marvel took it and ran with their own shit. So again, he wasn't even called Black Panther. He was called the Bronze something. He was like the Bronze Panther or something like that. He wasn't even called Black Panther. Marvel changed it into the Black Panther. Again, he was created for to make like black people. Like when they say we came from Africa, right? We came from kings. He's supposed to be an iteration of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be like the modern version of Mansa Musa, the richest man in the world, period, right? Black Panther, period, is the richest motherfucker in Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
And he's like motherfuckers that look at, like he was the leader of the Avengers, an all-white team, and a black man was the, you know what I'm saying, the leader of it.
Dang, and who took Black Panther out?
They said Killmonger took him out, but guess what?
No.
Killmonger.
But they said no. That's in one fight.
Who's coming at his throne is what I was talking
Who's
about.
coming at his throne?
His cousin came at his throne.
But that's anything, right? That's just like anywhere. Like,
But you said that was created, but did Killmonger take him out in? Because I don't read the comics. So did Killmonger take him out in the comics?
He didn't technically kill him. He fought him like he did in the movie.
He beat him, yeah.
Okay. He beat him. His real enemy wasn't even like Killmonger. His real enemy was a white man named Claw.
Yeah, Claw.
Claw was coming over there, and he was getting in the black people's ears.
Yeah.
Tell them, come on, sell me this shit. T'Challa ain't giving y'all shit. Come on, sell me this shit. Send me this little medal that y'all got.
Were they going for it?
Yeah, that's how he got into the shit. He got into it by motherfuckers thinking that everybody can't be the king. You feel me?
Yeah.
But everybody want to be a king.
Yeah.
But you can't be the king because it's already that shit in line. You supposed to be what you are.
Yeah.
And be that and be great at that. You know what I'm saying? But you let motherfuckers that's not from here and get into your mind and your mental state. You know what I'm saying? When you let motherfuckers you see got shit and how they got it. Oh damn, he got that so easily by taking it instead of working for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what he do. I'm gonna do what he says. I'm gonna fuck over my people just to get where he at. But that's because but that's my point. Listen, that's your point. But the main point is he let a white man talk them into that.
We just recorded an episode of KNoWKi on the go. It's probably gonna come out after this episode. But didn't I say we can't have nothing because we sell it?
No, it's not that we can't have nothing because we sell it. It's not that we can't have nothing, which that we let motherfuckers get into our heads and tell us that we can't have nothing because somebody else obtained it. You obtain what you obtain what you can attain.
Yeah.
And keep it and make that shit better than what you can make it instead of seeing something else and wanting something that's not yours. Go get what you if you want that, go get it and create it. Don't steal it, don't take it, don't murder for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But black people ain't the only people that does that. Our whole history, whatever you learned in grammar school, they teach you that. That's what these people do. They went over to a whole nother land and stole that land from somebody that already had it.
Yeah.
Supposedly took people from another land and brought them to a whole nother land they didn't know.
Yeah. I think that's a victim.
But do you hear white people saying that shit? You hear white people saying, "Oh man, Bill Gates he stole 95% of our farmland and you know he's just a murderous." No, ain't nobody saying that shit. You still buying Xboxes like I'm still buying Xboxes.
I think that's a victim mentality, and I think
what's a victim mentality?
The reason why I say is because so I want to go back a little bit, right? Because going back to the Kevin Gates scenario, right? I know we ventured off from that a little bit, but you just said that. Ooh, who said it? Who said it? Oh, we just watched the video. Anyway, we don't need anybody else to do anything to us because at this point we're doing it to ourselves.
But that's a taught method, though. That's a taught method.
But
that's
no, let me tell you why I think that's a victim mentality. Because in any other situation, we say, "Oh, don't nobody think for me. I can make my own decisions." In any other situation, right? And even in this situation, right? We saying that don't no other race talk about their race, at least in you know to the media. Well, in any other situation, we'll try to section ourselves off from any other race, right? Say, "Oh, that's what the Asians people do. That's what the white people do. That's not us." But now, so which is it? Are we trying to be like them, or are we not trying to be like them? Because I'm hearing the conflict right
You're
now.
hearing the conflict. I'm trying to see where you saying we was trying to be like them. My point is to be saying is, don't broadcast your shit, your dirty laundry, onto the media where other people that see. I think that most black people don't see other races as enemies, and I think that we see them as one, as like us, and they don't see us like that. They don't. And I think black people who wants to be generalized with the human race has to understand that. They don't see you like they see themselves. They see you as an enemy. Even if that person next to them just shot them, they're still worried about you more than the person that just shot them.
I think that's a generalization.
No, it's not a generalization, bro. It's in your history books. It's in your TV. It's on your radios. It's everywhere. You go into an Asian shop. You've been to a place where it's just been you as the only black person? Have you ever felt the eerie feeling like I might not make it home? It's different. It's a different feeling versus when you know it's a known danger from black people. That's a different feeling because you're like, okay, man.
Them is niggas.
Right, you know what's coming with them. This other feeling is like these motherfuckers got smiles on their faces. It's like, I can't predict what's going to happen next. Have you been in that situation before?
I've been in that situation more with black people.
See,
and I lived around white people for 15 years.
And you couldn't predict, but you've been in a place where it's just been you, the only black person?
Yes, and in fact, the 2 times I got jumped was by black people.
Right. And how old was you when you got jumped?
The first time I was sophomore in high school.
And the second time?
Second time I somewhere early in my 20s. I forget when, how long ago it was.
But I don't know. Did you know that them places was dangerous? Did you know that them places was gonna be dangerous? Did you know?
No,
you didn't know.
No, I didn't know. I didn't wear any suspicious colors. I wore black and white.
I'm saying
they were just going around fighting people. Like I'm talking pools of blood.
Let me interject, man. So I went to school with white people, and I went to school with black people, and I've had an equal amount of altercations with both of them, right?
Which is really what I'm getting at.
Well, I'm just saying, speaking specifically for me,
Okay.
I've had, but they were in the suburbs, so it wasn't in the city. I stay in the hood for real, right now, and I haven't had any altercations with people. It's been issues, back and forth or something. But as far as like physical, like I haven't had that. So I mean, I think a lot of times like people act as if things don't happen with white people.
Yeah, that's what I
Like it's like, oh, things are quote unquote hunky dory. Pun intended.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I don't know.
And really, what I'm getting at is
Because how old were you when you got into it?
He said he was.
I was like sophomore high school.
So
like
that could have
15.
been
Childish.
childish thing, high school thing.
Early
People kind of test. I mean, that's the last time I got into a fight. I was like 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like as you become an adult, you really shouldn't be getting into any fights. You see what I'm saying? You should be able to address a person, especially another man. If you got respect, you might not like this person because of whatever, or he might even be a different skin color. But at the end of the day, he should have enough respect. You should have enough respect for each other as men, not to really throw hands or something like that. But again, if you stay in an impoverished environment, yeah, it's more likely of a chance where somebody will rob you, because that's where you stay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if the average person, if they're in the hood, they have an average of 35% unemployment. You know what I mean? And a motherfucker see you just getting off work, you looking like steak.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm getting at, because you say you had a 50-50 altercation. I'm really essentially saying that it's centered around the character of the person or character of the people. Not, for me, in my experience, it's not skin color. In fact, I've gotten, I won't say that, but that's how I view the situation. And I don't see nothing wrong with anybody. I agree that Kevin Gates should have been more specific with who it was that he was talking about. Maybe he just didn't want to say names. Maybe he wasn't thinking about saying names. But I do believe that what he was saying was true. Now, other races don't talk about their races, so should we be like other races and not talk about ours?
If you had an issue, why not say it before the Breakfast Club?
I wagered. Well, I don't know if you did,
why
but
not
I
just say it
did.
when you were grassroots with the niggas that you had a problem with?
Right.
Why wait until like nigga I became mainstream and then now I'm finna answer the them niggas did me wrong. Why not do it in the beginning and just say, you know what, you niggas is doing me wrong?
Well, why not? Fuck all that. Why not say all the people you did wrong? What happened to all that? That's the only thing I have a problem with. Like you said what you said, that's cool. People do people every wrong. People do other people wrong every day, B. So, was it cool for you when you this is all allegedly, I don't know what he has done, but we know Kevin Gates is a street dude. When you say somebody's a street dude or any street dude, I ain't even gonna say Kevin Gates is a street dude. I'm just talking about street dudes in general, right? Street dudes in general. That means if you're a street dude, you did some street crimes, right?
Right.
Is it fair to say that?
Yeah.
So that means, who did you do them to? Because your show ain't doing the white folks. 'Cause if your ass did them to white folks, your ass gonna be underneath the jail.
Facts.
You only time you gonna get less time is when you doing them black folks.
So now nigga crying.
So yeah, you did all this stuff like people do. I'm not even want to say him because I don't want to put that there. I don't want to put nothing. I'm just talking about people, period. Because I want to just talk about generalized black people as period. Because there's be a lot of black criminals or a lot of black people who used to be criminals who always say these things. Spaces is kind of the only one that I ever heard that kind of took for them to say, because it is true. Black people do other black people wrong. But what have you done to other black people too? That's the only thing I'm getting at. It's a fair exchange to me. Because if you sitting out here doing crime to other people, how dare you fucking say black people do this to other black people? You're part of the fucking black on black crime.
No, but I think my problem is that it's a celebrity, right? And I don't really co-sign shit celebrities got to say.
That's a fact.
Okay, I never heard no Brad Pitt, no Tom Cruise, none of them niggas come online talking crazy, talking about white people and what white people did. Okay,
so that's why they fucked up them.
That's, you know what I'm saying? What happens in your little, microcosm is what happened in your little group or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at things. You see what I'm saying? I'm not sitting up here talking about what's your name? DPX, DHX. I'm the nigga who gave it to him. DHPX, right? I'm not telling you guys, you know what I'm saying, if he did something to me, I'm not telling you guys about it.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Like, why even do that? I don't understand why as a celebrity, and why do we take things as a celebrity as like, nigga, that's the gospel, that's what really happened. You're a celebrity, nigga, you're sabotaged. I don't know what the fuck. Because guess what? In our conversations, in our groups, we don't go around and be like, man, black people, we be doing it to ourselves. I don't know. To me, that's like coon babble. That's coon talk. I don't.
Let me ask you this: you agree with Kanye when he said slavery was a choice?
I don't know. I have enough context to really speak on it. I know.
So,
I know. If we just take that one little snippet and we obviously it can be. It can be interpreted one way.
I'll be honest with you. I agree with what he said. I just don't agree who he said it to. I don't agree with how he went about it. He shouldn't have said it publicly to nobody.
It's like what you're saying is it's like family business, right? If say for instance your house is getting foreclosed, it's like okay, that's between us and the family. We don't go public and go start telling motherfuckers, hey, the house is being foreclosed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We're going to work on that as in who I need to talk to, Let me go speak to some leaders.
And you know,
let me go holler at the leaders in the black. Let me go back to my own. Isn't he from Baton Rouge? Let me go back to Baton Rouge or Lafayette, Louisiana. Let me go holler at those people over there who I wronged. You know what I'm saying? And let's get back together.
Right.
You know, because...
What's the point of blaming someone saying, oh, I get the most hurt from black people when you black yourself? When you like the easiest thing you can do is go.
Maybe he doesn't consider himself black though.
And that's my point. That was my point from the video was I can't take shit that this nigga fucking says because he don't claim to be black. I just like you claim that bitch Kamala Harris to be black. That bitch don't claim to be black. That bitch not the first black vice president. That bitch is Indian and whatever else her people claim to be. Barack Obama, that nigga's a clone of something else. He ain't black either. Stop claiming these motherfuckers that don't claim to be black. You ain't never really heard that. I'll be honest, you ain't never heard that man say he was the first black president. He ain't never said that shit. So stop claiming that shit for him or anybody else.
I agree. Now, that's niggas would be saying he's the first black president.
So stop claiming. So what we got to do is gotta stop worrying about motherfuckers who think they got melanin in them and that's not black. You stop giving a fuck about what they think about us. And we only give a fuck about what we think about us, and we say that shit to each other. Stop saying, especially, I don't give a fuck what none of these celebrities think. Could be Kanye, Jay-Z, motherfucking Biggie Smalls, if he come back from the dead, fuck what they talking about.
I'd be concerned. Fuck this nigga talking about. Where you been at?
All right, so check it. We gonna go ahead and skip. You got some more notes?
Just the last thing. I definitely hear what y'all saying. This is how I work.
Mm-hmm.
If let's say Maul's my brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Maul and I have some sort of like, let's just say a business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Maul does some bad things for the business, right? And it gets to the point where that negatively affects our relationship as brothers. If I see y'all going into business with him, I'm the kind of person that, hey, watch out, bro. Be careful.
So are you saying in this instance more so like be careful, watch out for black people?
Yeah, is that what you're saying?
No, and that's what I'm saying with this whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying watch out based off of character. And
Yeah.
I'm saying it with
I get what you're saying, but that's not what Kevin Gates is saying. And I think that's where like we having a disconnect is because what you're saying basically is I base on how I see people is off their character, on how they treat me and how they treat people, you know what I'm saying, when nobody else is looking. He's saying is
He
the
put
most bullshit.
Yeah, he put everybody
people
in the
in
same
general.
boat. He say if he come back, if he asks God, when I get ready to come back, if it's just a nigga that's there, I'll wait for something else big.
Right.
That's what he
You know
said.
what I'm saying? He don't want to be black.
He said that. So he said he don't want to be black.
That's wild stuff. And like, nigga, what?
Right.
Oh, so he said he don't want to be black no more because them the people that, and then it's just like we all been
that
saying.
sounds like self-hate to me at the end of the day. I mean, you know, we kind of, this turned into a whole hour or hour and a half episode over a nigga who got some personal issues. It sound like
But
it's some self hurt. The people who hurt me the most were black people. I'll say that for me. The people who I had the best experiences with were black people. Okay, so it's just the balance. Those are the people who I'm with. Those are the people I'm around the most. And to me, it's really that simple.
Really
now,
is.
if you come down, you talking about, well, I don't want to be black no more. If you know what I'm saying, the man upstairs happened to be God, black, and he God, and then I just wait. Like,
that's a good question.
Like coon talk
No, but
to
this
me.
can go into this question right here. It's say, I'm gonna put this. This because we're gonna probably end on this anyway. Do black people put themselves in the situation that they in, and then blame other black people?
Yes.
I think people in general.
No, but we're just talking about black people.
Right? No. Well, that they fall under people in general. Black people, to me, fall under people in general.
Okay.
So I think people in general blame others for their downfalls and their mistakes.
The situation that they put
situation
themselves in.
that they, yeah. So I mean, instead of again taking accountability for self and things that you've done, because everything. Hold on, real quick. Everything that you've done in life, you know what I'm saying. I don't care if you get sick or whatever. It's something that you did. For the most part, it's something that you did, or like, okay, it could be environmental, right? However, you moved to that neighborhood, you might have not known, right? And you got sick behind it, but you moved to that neighborhood. It's always every action is a reaction,
Facts.
right? You know what I'm saying? It's a cause and an effect.
Facts.
So you still have to look within and what you've done, you know what I mean, and take accountability.
Like
Now, there are obstacles, you know what I mean, in the way that other groups put in your way, or people in general, your loved ones, whoever. People put in obstacles in your way. But to me, that's the purpose of life, is problem solving, right? You have to be able to problem solve. Yeah. And I think that we as a people, black people in general, have a problem with problem solving, like doing, really thinking about things before, we move off emotion a lot of times.
Yeah.
Instead of, doing some real critical thinking. And I think they've taken all of that out of the schools. Yeah. The critical thinking, those critical thinking questions where you got to really, sit back for a second and before you go ahead and make the move, because you're going to make the wrong move. So, that's just my answer on that.
Go ahead, Javi.
What you call me?
Javi.
DHPX.
Oh, my bad. I call him if I become.
Let's split the check.
Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Alright, I think that, motherfuckers be blaming other motherfuckers for shit that they be getting themselves into. I think accountability is hard for people to take or accept. Once you take accountability, you got, you probably just basically, ain't no problem, you are blaming yourself for the shit that you getting yourself into. And a lot of people don't like to blame themselves for the shit that they get themselves into, Like, say you go to jail with a motherfucker, like, you necessarily didn't commit the crime, but you knew this motherfucker was out here committing crimes, and you
steady rock with him.
Right, you can ride with him, but you ain't gotta ride with this motherfucker everywhere they go. You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying, be out here and live. A person riding around here dirty. Motherfuckers out here beefing with everybody. We can kick it at my crib without you and you don't post no live and nothing, because I don't want nobody, you know what I'm saying?
You here.
No, you here. But I'm not finna be out in the club with you.
No, you got ops.
Knowing you got here, I got ops. And knowing that you out here, you be doing this.
Yep, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when Pharrell said, like, man, don't do nothing dirty in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do all that dirt on your own time. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do that shit around me. Like, I think people just are scared to take accountability for themselves. Because once you take accountability for yourself, I think sometimes you feel like you ain't got that in the child no more. You can't be, reckless anymore. And a lot of people out here are reckless, period, because they, a lot of people be like, oh, my baby mama, she bogus as hell. But and you knew she was bogus before you busted in her.
That's true.
You should have wrapped it up. You knew, bitch, be like, my baby daddy a deadbeat. You knew he was a deadbeat because he was living with the other baby mama when he met you.
It's true.
And then, motherfuckers be like saying shit out their mouth and just be scared to take accountability. A lot of us is learning how to take accountability for ourselves and shit.
Space?
Yes. Yes. I'm not. As it's specific to the question, yes. That happens all the time. I hear it all the time, and I've probably I'm sure at some point in life I was that same person. I get myself in a situation. Well, he did blah blah blah, or I even heard a specific situation at work where that happened with a lady, and it was her fault that the situation happened, and she said, "Well, they blah 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 blah." Like. That wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for your contribution to the situation. So, at specific to the question, yes, that happens a lot.
I agree with all three of y'all. Yeah, us as people, we always blaming everything on everybody else, even in the situations you get in or whatever like that. You know, some of the things don't be in your control, but you still put yourself in that situation, like Jerry Day said. You knew about these things and you knew about this, but you still did what you did. Like you said about the environment thing, you knew if you did your research about what's going on over there, you would have knew that. You know, you like, and I don't mean to be cruel about this. It's like sometimes, like I know a lot of killings that happen in Chicago don't be a lot of people's fault, but some of them do be in people's fault.
Yeah.
Like you like, I'm a street dude. I'm gonna be a street dude, but I'm gonna get my kids and I'm gonna be driving around. Playing music with my kids back there, no seatbelt, no nothing, riding through our neighborhoods knowing that they're looking for me. So now if your kid gets shot, who is that on? Is that on your ops or that's on you?
That's on you.
You know what you out here doing in these streets, so why are you riding and got your kids? You just got to be a deadbeat, bro, because you knew what you is. Just send that money over there. But we put our own, but a lot of times we put ourselves in some of these situations, and it's like sometimes too, like we know the cops be out here doing us dirty sometimes. We say we got me and Jerry. They got stories to go on. We gonna spread some of them bitches in the wild. But at the same time too, sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up, B. We're not like white people. We can't just say we know our rights. Right. I done been in a situation where a cop pulled me over and nigga I said screamed out, "Oh, I know my rights." He said, "Yeah, I ain't gave them to you yet." Ooh. So what they tell you, nigga, shut the fuck up, let him do what he got to do, and just hope and pray that he's having an okay day, that he's gonna let you go. Cause it ain't nothing you can do anyway that's gonna get you, cause if you act up, he gonna fuck you up. If you don't act up, he gonna fuck you up. So anything you do is gonna get you fucked up. So you might as well just try to be cool, hope he's having a cool day, and just go on about your business.
Not to get deep in the story, but do you think he did that because you black?
Facts.
Oh, okay.
I know for sure he did that cause I'm black.
Okay. So he had because he didn't know you.
Yeah,
right?
it's a fact.
Only thing he read, and I'm pretty sure if he read your plates or whatever, they could pull up if you had a felony or warrant.
Yeah,
they could do all that before even coming to the car as far as getting your license, right?
Yep.
So he had a disposition about himself towards you
without
even knowing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
okay, all right.
There's plenty of stories.
I guess people do that. Yeah,
there's plenty of stories. I'll give you another quick one. Mm-hmm. Since we talking about that, nigga, I get pulled over. I got dark tints. As soon as he get up to the car, I make sure all my windows down. Make sure you can see in the car. I have my license and my registration already just hanging out my window. He said, "Oh, you trying to be a smart ass?" Like, I ain't do nothing. "Oh, I ain't asked you for that shit yet and all that shit just going off on me." I'm like, "No, sir, I just wanted to have it so I wouldn't be reaching for nothing. I ain't asked you no questions."
So wait, so he pulled you over, right?
Yeah.
He had like this preconceived notion about you.
Again.
Right?
Yeah.
He didn't know you though.
Nope.
All right, let's go.
But I'm just saying, and then we could tie all this together. Bro, you can't blame, to me, and this whole thing with Kevin Gates and everything we've been talking about today, you can't blame individual situations for a whole blanket of people.
Okay.
Just point exactly. Okay. And you can't be sitting up here talking about what people have done to you, but what have you done to people? Have you been that great person that you sitting up there talking about that you wishing upon everybody had for you? Have you been that person, that treated everybody with respect, not getting aggressive with everybody, not fighting everybody, not beating motherfuckers up when you see them? Have you been doing that same thing? So, nigga, I'm not trying to hear all that other shit that you talking about then about other people then. Yeah. Just like I always say all the time, I got mad at this one dude who I used to live around when we were shorties. I said something about I love guns or something like that on the internet. He said you should love God. Nigga, don't get in my fucking comments talking about I should love God. You should love God when we was teenagers, when you was around here robbing people. Why you ain't love God then? Why you telling me about God?
Did you say we?
Huh?
I thought you, allegedly, I thought you said we.
We what?
No, I thought you said when we was around.
No, he wasn't.
Right.
No, y'all didn't.
All right, and that's what I'm trying to get you with the allegedly.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's just the simple fact of people always want to tell you what you should have been doing, but you should have been doing that all along. But now you high-minded in God, because like I always say, this is my key thing. Niggas go to jail, find Allah, start praying to the east, find Jesus Christ, find Muhammad, find whoever the fuck they want to pick up Malcolm X books and shit now. Nigga, you should have picked up them books before you got in that situation.
Facts.
Well,
Like, hey,
that was, I guess that was the mess for this episode. So go check out the Will Hill Show. Great conversations over there. He's definitely been helping out the KNoWKi podcast.
Facts, man. Facts.
This has been another rendition of the KNoWKi podcast. Wear your crown, build your legacy, kings. It's your man Spaces.
Hey, let me say this, man, because I'm Jay every day. Right? So, what you can't do is blame me for, or blame people for your downfall when these are the same people that gave you your success. I'm Jay every day, by the way. Who are you?
I'm DHPX.
Hey, man, this your boy Mal, a.k.a. Big Trucker, bro. Meeting the John.